Hello, welcome back to Kaiserreich. As the United States of America, now aligned, good old Japan. We are in the co-prosperity sphere, which we did last time. And now we're just trying to remove all of our terrible debuffs. Construction speed, factory output's pretty bad. Overwhelming resistance to socialists in the longest. Recovering from the Civil War. We got a lot of bad modifiers right now we got to kind of deal with. But I think are going to go. We'll join a Japanese research group. Why not? Protect the Dominion of Canada. I don't think we actually care about that. We do need to fight the socialists in the longest. Get that going. And in 30 days we'll be at war with the International, which basically means we're putting troops straight into Mexico. What's our Navy doing, by the way? We just have some units just out at sea. Let's actually bring our entire Navy together and send them towards Washington. Now we actually got to select them like this. I forgot. Yeah, so bring all of these fleets together. Bring them to Washington, D.C. It's going to cost a lot of... will actually cost a lot of fuel. We get a lot of fuel because of our very decent oil fields we got in Texas and whatnot. Okay, upgrade artillery to be level 2. We have... How's our equipment looking? Oh, absolutely fantastic. Like, they'll do some good equipment numbers. I'm not worried about that. The volunteer infantry will try to train up as many of those guys as we possibly can. Or this. Now, why not get just some submarines? Submarines are always cool. Nobody's repairing, that's fine. We do need some research. It's 1940. Let's go for improved artillery, as well as... There should be some industry tech. Yeah, 1941. It's already December 1940, so 1941 tech is completely A-okay. What about aircraft? These aircraft... Yes, some of you as well. That's basically, I think, our entire Air Force. We don't have a lot of airplanes right now. So actually, we probably should start mass-producing aircraft. We have so many rifles, we can probably cut you down to at least 3 factories. Light tanks. Let's see, what else we have? We have a lot of motorized, cut you in half. How many artillery pieces do we have? 8.3 thousand? Yeah, that should be fine. Cut you down to 5. I think light tanks, we'll cut you down to 10 for now, just so we can start building a lot of close air support, a lot of interwar bombers. Probably also want to get some fighters in there as well. Put them above the heavy tanks. And what are we building? We're actually just repairing stuff. Let's just build more factories in our original core territory. Seems good to me. Okay, anti-clan laws. On the first Civil War in the 1860s, a number of laws were passed from President Grant to stop the first Klan in their terrorism. During the Wilson and McDougall administrations, the Klan experienced a major rebirth and decided to join the would-be tyrant Huey Long. To use those laws to make sure these terrorist traitors never find any rest within America. Okay, we also have some resistance. Is there anywhere we can actually core right now? We can suppress resistance, but that's basically it. Targets 32. What actually is our civilian oversight? Now, we're going to local police force on the entirety of America that is not friendly towards our government. Get a few more doctrines here. Don't worry about you. Reclaim Hawaii doesn't matter because we're going to go into war with the International in a few days anyways. Don't worry about this. Reclaim the canal is going to be something we want to do in the future. But Texas, New Orleans, and Pittsburgh are not core, so we actually can't do that quite yet. And Iceland joined the International. That shouldn't be a problem. If you look at the International right now, I'd say they're not having a great time with it. Still have the Union of Britain, but I'm honestly not too concerned with that. How many men do Mexico have? 15 to 43, which is not so bad. I actually want all you guys on very aggressive right now. And right now, 50% modifier. Our mobilization number is actually going down. Recovering from the Civil War is really hampering us at the moment. Because we are still on volunteer only. Go up to limited conscription, or limited, whatever it was. We do, how much, I mean, we're getting 0.91 political power. It's actually not so bad. Trial of the weapon companies. Give me 100 political power so I can actually start upgrading more stuff. Give me partial mobilization. Anybody who's betrayed America will feel the full extent of the law in Olsen's America. More decisions available? What decision do we have available? Suppress resistance, right. I don't know if we really need to. We just need, I think compliance needs to get up to less resistance than and more compliance than 40. I honestly don't think we need to suppress resistance. I think it should be fine. And who actually is our resistance template right now? It is Marine Division 2. Why? Yeah, we want the least amount of manpower, so we probably want the volunteer infantry doing this and not the Marine divisions. I don't know why you defaulted to Marines. Seems like a weird choice to me, but okay. Heavy equipment company, doing more political power. I know it gets, you know, you cannot get as many of these guys anymore, but honestly, I'm not too concerned with that. No, we don't need to do any war propaganda against the Philippines. I think that should be completely okay. Okay, and Canada's actually managed to invade people down in the south. They're part of the International. Are you part of any faction? No, you just kind of exist. But you do have profits from the US. I'm guessing you maybe stole 12 divisions with MPs. Is that the best? Let's duplicate you. I think cavalry have the best suppression, right? Suppression's at 12. I think motorized are probably like slightly better. Armored cars are a little bit better than that, but I think cavalry. I don't actually have military police. Kind of funny. I also don't have a cavalry division, so yeah, duplicate you. We'll research military police in a moment. Cavalry. You know. That! Duplicate. Cavalry. Cavalry. Save that as cavalry template 1. And that should, I think, be slightly better. Yes. We go to cavalry divisions. Why are we invading Mexico? Because Mexico's part of the International. The reason we're invading Mexico is because they're in the International. Hawaii is also in the International, so we'd have to go to war with the International anyways. And invading Mexico was slightly cheaper and faster political power-wise, so to me that made sense. Hey, the Boulder Dam's been completed. Fantastic. Yeah, but our units will now move immediately across the country. Fantastic. Guys here, that should be okay. Naval bombers, I guess you just fly over the Gulf of Mexico for right now. Yeah, Japan, you want to go over the International? Why not? Okay, non-aggression pacts is everybody else's. Trial aviation companies, of course, give me that political power. I would want nothing less. Go up to, we actually can't. Okay, so funnily enough, we can't go to limited conscription. But you can go to extensive. Because our war support is at 0, but apparently do you not need war support? No, as long as you're at war, you can actually... Very strange that you can just skip this. But I honestly don't think we need any of those recruitment laws right now. I don't think it's going to be a big deal one way or the other. Okay, so you have this much, I think what do we need? We needed... North Texas and was it New Orleans? What was the other province we needed for you? It's yeah, reclaim the canal. New Orleans. Okay, so let's suppress those 3 areas first and foremost. Should be more than okay. 4 divisions there seems okay. France is actually in the faction. Yeah, they are fantastic. What do we need to do for the Russian and the German threat? Germany needs to have at least 50 states, has dominated both Russia and France, or owns lands claimed by us. And Russia needs to either be... needs to have land that we want. Okay. I think Germany's going to dominate France. They'll probably end up dominating Russia as well, I would have to say. And then we'll probably just invade Germany. Either that or Japan is going to invade Germany's Asia, which would, you know, get us at war with them anyways. What about you guys? You're ally. You're friends with the reformed government of China, but you're not actually in the faction quite yet. Naval companies just give me the political power. Okay. You know what? Let's not get the non-aggression pacts, because we're probably going to need to use them to fight against these Germans at some point in the future. And we might even end up at war with the Entente as well. It really depends. Don't care about you. Do nationalism. We kind of need to just recover from the Civil War as much as we possibly can. Because with no war support and negative 7% stability, we're not in the best situation that you could find yourselves in. Also, why? No. One of you just conquer these last few areas, thank you. Orange Army doesn't actually have a battle plan, so they should. Again, just march your way straight down into Mexico. As far down south as you can possibly get. And Syria's capitulated. Good for Syria. The Ottomans are actually doing a pretty okay job. I think they've killed Iran already. And they should end up beating the Egyptians soon. Again, they're traitors. I don't care about companies that much. I'd rather have unlimited political power. Ship designers, small ship for submarines is good. And you know what? Just gonna be negative 15% construction costs. Thank you. I'll definitely take that. There's no reason to say no. Equal Rights Amendment. The amendment that had been conceived up in the early 1920s following the passage of the 18th Amendment to allow women the right to vote. The amendment would follow up to the 19th and further protect the rights of women throughout the United States of America. The amendment reads as follows. Section 1. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex. Section 2. The Congress shall have the power to enforce to appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. And 3. Amendment shall take effect 2 years after the date of ratification. Yeah, let's ratify. And there we go. We spent a lot of political power on that. So congratulations, women. You now have equal rights in America, constitutionally. If I'm not mistaken, that reform hasn't actually passed in the United States, right? I don't believe so. I might be wrong. I think there's like 1 or 2 states that haven't passed it. This tank division. Right away to Leon and then up and around. We might as well get a little bit of an encirclement going on here. Mexico basically stood no chance. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. And the Philippines have been killed. We will give that to the Japanese. Even though it used to be an American colony, I will be nice to Japan and allow them to have it. There you go, Japan. And again, I don't want the non-aggression packs. I don't need them. I'm sure the Japanese are having non-aggression packs with everybody, just because the AI I think always takes it. But I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. And we can probably just end up sending troops over to Britain sooner rather than later. Train up as many units of here as we can. Train up some armor divisions. And then you guys, Henry H. Harold. Once in the Confederation, you might as well ask for military access from them and then start shipping these guys overseas to go fight the British. Yeah, send them to Dublin. You guys can be the... Why not the... We already have an orange army. Why don't you guys be the, like, turquoise army? Seems okay to me. Okay, tank division. You're gonna drive to Mexico City. And drive to these other, various cities so we can hopefully get the capitulation of Mexico sooner rather than later. Anything else we need to do here? I don't really think so. Again, we can start, you know, fighting some resistance, but Compliance is already on the way up. Resistance target here's at 6%. You love to see it. Okay, Mexico City's fallen. It puts Mexico pretty close to capitulation. Get better artillery upgrades. And then you guys will start preparing a naval invasion from Dublin. We'll just prepare into Liverpool for right now. And then my massive, massive fleet of 240 ships. Let's send you over to Ireland and just, you know, have major superiority over the British. Because again, Britain really shouldn't have the oil necessary to effectively... Guys going. Why don't you go to this city? One of these tanks. Where else? Another. Veracruz is worth 5 victory points. You should just drive your way towards Veracruz. Got some British troops over here, that's fine. And more civilian factories. Again, we're just going to kind of build them in areas that have already been cored. We're not going to build factories in areas that have not been cored, because there's a chance they can sabotage, which is not great. For, I think, obvious reasons. I'll join Naval Pact. I mean, I'm surprised that this war is still ongoing. Serbia has fallen. Romania, I have a feeling, is not going to be too long for this world either. There we go. The Mexico has fallen. See if you can at least kill... What are you, the Philippines? Who the hell are you? No, you're the Audience Federation, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get you these guys over here. Just kind of crush this resistance. Again, Canada could end up being an enemy of ours. Not impossible. Who's this? Middle Africa. Why is Middle Africa at war with Iran? I don't know why they're at war. Also, I'm going to try and remember what this looked like. Okay, basically, I'm just going to give Germany all the territory, other than that one, all the territory that they have really cheap. Because I wasn't really paying attention to what they had. So just giving them the provinces that are cheap is a good indicator for what they took in the war. Apparently that's a little too expensive. How many points do I have? Oh, I don't have that many points at all. Okay, let's get past a bunch of times. Because who else has territory? I guess the French Republic will have some lands. They'll have some claims. Just keep on passing. Pass. Belgium, do you have claims here? Yeah, you have the claims over there, so we'll give you those territories. I think Belgium is in the Reichspakt, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Germany has 1, 2, 3, and Maine as well. And then the rest will go to the French Republic. If the AI wants to do something differently, that's up to them. There's the French Republic. Funnily enough, like the tip of Brittany, they want to give that to Germany as well. I'm not really sure why, but not going to worry about it too much. Give that to the French. There we go. So the Commune of France is now dead. I think that's completely a-okay. And they actually give all territory to the French Republic anyway. Okay, lovely. Did you join the Reichspakt? No, you're still in the Entente. Our navy has now arrived. And then Orange Army. I think we're going to deploy you over to Ireland for now as well. Because we're probably going to go to war with Germany. That's my best guess. Also, even like the Bahari Commune, they're actually still doing a decent job. Like they're the Bahardia, the Batian. I mean, they're still taking over some land. The French exiles have won their war. Okay, follow you up with, again, 5% stability. We're at 10% right now. Yeah, let's start recovering economically from the Civil War as well. Japan, what are you doing? Targeting Indochina. If you actually get us that war with Germany right now, I'm actually kind of completely okay with it. Apparently Sardinia is trying to move troops down here. I don't really know why, but... I mean, I guess they're at war with the International. That'd be the reason for it. And you guys are basically going to help protect troops. These areas just around Britain.